Hi, this is Kelly Borsheim. I want to show you something that I'm doing and talk about part of the art process that very few people don't talk about because it's not all that interesting. But I've started to do larger paintings and also these oblong proportions. And what it means is that when I go on an airplane and take these with me, because I'm taking 5 paintings this time because I decided I couldn't take any more, but it's a lot easier to bring it with me on the airplane than it is to ship everything. Plus, I can take them up, roll them up in a tube, and it's a much lighter thing, and it's far easier for a lot of things. So I have 5 canvases here. This one is Rise oil painting of an owl and an animal spirit. This is an acrylic landscape that I did. This is a nude painting that I did many, many years ago. And this, I'm actually proud of this. This is something that I don't know if the composition is something that people will like, but I love how I did the realism on this. I painted this from life in 2016. When I first moved into my new apartment, I had to live at the house next door because mine wasn't ready. And anyway, this is called Orchids and Old Things. And this is my pumpkin painting that I did recently. So there you can see what the large landscape is, a gift for my brother. And now, I don't know if when I roll these together, I thought about putting paper in between, but I wasn't sure about it. But what I'm worried about is what if this thickness here dropping off on the side of this, if it's going to leave a line right here on the front of this painting. I don't know if it will or not because, like I said, I've never done this before. But it is something, you try to anticipate any problems that you can think of. And believe me, with some of the shipping disasters that a certain, well, I guess they're all 3-letter, a certain shipping company did when they said, oh, we'll pack all your art for you. It was a disaster. So I'm trying not to be as bad as they are. They have done good things for me, but let's be fair. Sometimes they did really stupid ways of packaging things. Stupid, like just throwing a piece of plastic on top of an oil painting and nothing else to hold it firm or anything, but that's another video. Okay, so I probably put paper in there just to give a little bit of a cushion, and that if it does somehow leave a line in it, hopefully it will be softened. And I'm rolling all of these vertically because my tube is, well, the oil owl painting is 100 centimeters across here by 120. And the dimensions of the box that I made, I took a mattress box and made it specifically to be the maximum possible dimensions I could do to get it into the check-in without paying extra on the airplane. On all the airplanes that I have to take, because you know that's always a problem. You need to make sure that you're consistent on that. Otherwise you could get to the end leg and they go, oh well, we don't take stuff that large. Anyway, it turned out to be a narrow box. I have a tube that I bought. It's an orange plastic plumbing tube for sewage or something like that, and I'm using that because it's strong, it's sturdy, and it's fairly lightweight. But I'm using that as the outer. And I'm using this that I earned from the frame shop that gave me the canvas where I painted the banner for the Palio in Pescia in Tuscany, Italy. And so I got to keep this. I trimmed it to the size of the tube because I didn't want to cut the tube, honestly. And it was a little longer than 1 meter. And so I made the box to fit the tube. And now I cut this to match the tube. Everything's going to the tube because that was the thing hardest to change. And it was fine because it's a little bit longer than this painting, but I'm still going to have a little overlap. Now, see, the painting actually ends here. This is the side that goes into, you know, this side of the canvas of the stretcher bars. That's actually right here. See, that's that thickness right there. Anyway, and then the rest of this is the part that wraps around the back where you put in the nails and stuff, because I made a gallery wrap canvas so that the person who buys this painting has the option whether or not to frame it. They may frame it anyway, and that's fine, but they could leave it undone because it's painted, you see. So when I get to my final destination, I'll have to restretch these things again, or I may just leave them unstretched and sell them and ship them in a tube, because the tube is a lot more economical for shipping because when you have a painting this large, it's relatively lightweight. Even if you put a heavy frame on it, it's relatively lightweight for the volume it takes up in the shipping truck. So they're going to charge you for using their space, because normally they charge packages by the weight. If your box takes up a lot of space and it doesn't get the money from the weight of it, well, then they're going to charge you that extra, because everybody needs to make a living and profit and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I will be rolling this, but unfortunately, can you see over there at my canvas, it's too long. So it's only one painting that I'm going to have to sort of wrap like this and hope it doesn't go too bad as it goes on, you know, that full length of it. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but at least it's protected beyond the gallery wrap stuff. But, you know, if I lose the gallery wrap stuff, fine. The person who buys it can stretch it on a stretcher bar just the same, and then they can put a frame on it, and it looks great. So what else did I need to talk about? I'm going to put the paper in between there and roll this up. And then, I wanted to mention that a lot of people think that when you wrap a painting, you want to wrap it toward the inside. So I don't want to ding this, you see. You wrap it toward the inside to protect the part you decorated, the part you painted. But that's actually opposite, because if you roll it with the painting outside, if it's old enough to crack, or maybe it's not old, maybe whatever, when you roll it to the outside, the cracks will open, or a weak spot will open as you turn it, okay? Then when you go to unroll it, it opens even more. So if you do the opposite and roll it to where the good side is on the outside of the roll, then when you unroll it, your painting is actually closing up again any kind of problems. So you've minimized any sort of damage that you're going to do. I hope that makes sense. It is hard to make a video holding the phone in one hand and doing this with the other. But anyway, I'm going to get to this because I want to make sure I take as good as care as I can when I do this. And it's too hot in the summertime right now. It's June 29th, and it's really, really, really hot, and that's why I'm not on the video. So there you go. See you later. Oh, put a like if you like it, share this video, and I hope you find it useful. And and there's my mural that I painted. It's a fake window. Can you see? Oh, and that's my ex-boyfriend, except he's a transvestite. Anyway, I'll quit being weird. Ciao, ciao for now.